जोहार झारखंड। मैं प्रताप कुमार झा आज आपको नॉर्थर्न प्लेन के बारे में फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी पार्ट थर्ड में चर्चा करने जा रहा हूँ कि हाउ आर द नॉर्दर्न प्लेन फॉर्म्ड, कैसे मैदान का निर्माण हुआ जो उत्तर मैदान है। व्हाट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ द नॉर्दर्न प्लेन और नॉर्दर्न प्लेन का क्या महत्व है। The northern plain covers a vast area south of the Himalayas. They extend from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. The states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Assam lies in this plain. The northern plains are one of the most fertile regions of the world. This is because of the silt or alluvium deposited by the three main rivers that flow over this region. The Satluj in the west, the Ganga in the central region, and the Brahmaputra in the east. Silt is the finely eroded material carried by rivers while they flow down from the mountains to the plains. These materials help make a region fertile. The Satluj plain is formed by the deposit brought by the rivers Satluj, Byas and Ravi. The Dandatit plain is a flat lowland built by silt brought down by the Danda and its tributaries such as the river Yamuna, Gomti, Dhadra, Dandat, Tosi and so on. In West Bengal, the Danda splits into many small channels called distributaries. The mighty Brahmaputra River flows through Arunachal Pradesh and Assam before joining the Ganga in Bangladesh. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra form a large delta at the place where they flow in the Bay of Bengal. This area is called the Sundarbans. The importance of the northern plains are the fertile soil of the northern plain is ideal for agriculture. The flat surface and soft soil have helped in construction of roads and railways. Many cities and towns have grown on the banks of the rivers. Several dams have been built on the river of the northern plains to generate electricity and to supply water for irrigating crops. A dam is a huge wall built across a stream or a river to hold water. Many civilizations located beside rivers so on Harappa civilization, Indus River, Chinese civilization, Yangtze River, Egyptian civilization, Nile River, Mesopotamian civilization, Tigris rivers. The Thar Desert or the Great Indian Desert lies mostly in the western states of Rajasthan. To its west lies Pakistan, to its northeast lies the Gangetic Plain. The Thar Desert is a vast lowland with sand dunes, rocky hills, and the large salty lakes such as the Sambar Lake. This region is extremely dry. It receives less than 15 centimeters of rainfall per year. The river Luni is one of the main rivers in this area. The importance of the Thar deserts are the sandy expanse of the Thar provides protection against enemy invasion. The deserts town and the splendid forts and places founded in this region are important for tourism. Salt is produced from the salty water of the lake found in the Thar. The Southern Plateau. The Southern Plateau lies in the south of the northern plain, separated from it by the Satpura and Bind Hill range. It is a triangle in shape and covers a large part of the Indian peninsula. It was formed millions of years ago by lava flowing out of volcanoes. The plateau then be divided into three smaller regions: the Malwa Plateau, the Chota Nagpur Plateau, and the Dhattan Plateau. The plateau has many popular hill stations like Ooty, Thandla, and Mount Abu. The Malwa Plateau lies in the northwest of the southern plateau between the Aravali Hills and the Vindhya Hills. It includes parts of Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. The Chota Nagpur Plateau lies in the northeast. It includes most of Jharkhand, part of Odisha, Bihar, and Chhattisgarh. The Dhattan Plateau lies to the south of the Satpura Range. It covers part of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. A volcano is an opening in the ground through which rocks from deep inside the earth come on to its surface. But since they emerge from the depth of the earth where the temperature is extremely hot, these rocks are in motion state. This is a hot molten rock that flow out through a volcano is called lava. The importance of the Southern Plateau. The Southern Plateau is rich in minerals and fossil fuels like iron ore, bauxite, manganese, and coal. The Dhattan region of the plateau is famous for its black soil, which was formed from lava, totten, and sugarcane grow well in black soil. On the western and eastern sides of the Dhattan Plateau are elevated regions known as Ghat. The western Ghats are the continuous chain of high and steep mountains that lie along the western edge of the Dhattan Plateau. Ranges like the Sahyadri, the Annamalai, and the Tardom Hill are the part of the Western Ghats. Along the eastern edge of the Dhattan Plateau run the Eastern Ghats. These hills are much lower than Western Ghats, do not form a continuous range. The Savorai Hill in Tamil Nadu and the Malay Range in Orissa lie in the Eastern Ghats. The Eastern and Western Ghats meet at the Nilgiri Hills in the northwest Tamil Nadu. Two narrow strips of flat lands lie between the eastern and western Ghats and the seas that surround peninsular India. They are called the Western Coastal Plain and the Eastern Coastal Plain. The western and eastern coastal plains meet at Kanyakumari, the southern tip of the mainland India. The western coastal plain extends from Kutch in Gujarat in the north to Kanyakumari in the south. It consists of four parts. First, Gujarat coast. Second, the Dondon coast of Maharashtra and Goa. Third, Tanra coast of Karnataka. And fourth, the Malabar coast of Kerala. Important ports found along this coast are Mumbai, Kochi, and Bangalore. The eastern coastal plain is wider than the western coastal plain. It extends from the mouth of the Danda in West Bengal to कन्याकुमारी। इस प्रकार हम देखते हैं कि ईस्टर्न कोस्ट कहाँ शुरू होता है, वह दंदा वेस्ट बंगाल से शुरू होता है और कन्याकुमारी तक जाता है। इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ टू पार्ट्स, द नॉर्दर्न सरतार extending from West Bengal to the mouth of the river Godavari in Andhra Pradesh and the Coromandel coast from Godavari up to Kanyakumari. This plain is broken up by the deltas formed by the four big rivers, the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. Important ports located on the eastern coast are Visakhapatnam and Chennai. The coastal plain are very important for agriculture. The many ports located along the coast enable trade. In fact, over two-thirds of India's trade is done through its ports. Islands are area of land surrounded by water on all sides. There are a number of islands that belong to India. Off the western coast of India in the Arabian Sea are located the beautiful island of Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep is the smallest union territory of India. These islands are coral islands formed by the depositing of the skeletons of small sea animals. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are located in the Bay of Bengal. The tip of the Great Nicobar Island is the southernmost point of India and is called Indira Point. Both the Lakshadweep and the Andamans and Nicobar Islands are archipelagos. An archipelago is a group of islands that are located close to each other. Difference between perennial rivers and seasonal rivers. Perennial rivers are that their water from the melting ice of the glacier, but the seasonal river that their water from rainfall. Perennial rivers have water throughout the year. Seasonal rivers usually have water only during the monsoon season and dry up during the hot summer months. Third difference are perennial rivers originate from glaciers in the Himalayas, for example, Ganga and Yamuna, or in the Tibetan plateau, for example, Indus and Brahmaputra. They have numerous tributaries which also originate from the Himalaya. The major Himalayan tributaries of the Ganga are the Yamuna, Dandak, and Kosi. Major tributaries of the Indus include Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas, and Satluj. And seasonal rivers like the Krishna, Godavari, and Kaveri originate from the western Ghat, flow eastward into the Bay of Bengal. The Mahanadi also flow into the Bay of Bengal. All four rivers form delta of their mouths. River flowing westward from the western Ghat toward the Arabian Sea are the short and swift because the western Ghat are higher and closer to the sea. Narmada and Tapi are two important rivers flowing into the Arabian Sea. इस प्रकार हम देते हैं कि पेरेनियल रिवर और सीजनल रिवर में क्या डिफरेंस है। अब हम देखेंगे इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ रिवर। रिवर का क्या महत्व है। रिवर ब्रिंग विथ देम लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ सिल्ट when it is deposited on the plain. Silt makes the soil extremely fertile and well suited for agriculture. Large dams built on river provide water for irrigation and generate electricity. तो यह मेरा नोट्स आपको कैसे लगा, इसे ज़रूर आप इसे प्रैक्टिस कीजिए और कम्परेटिव एग्ज़ाम में और आने वाले एकेडमिक एग्ज़ाम में भी इससे आप लाभ उठाइए। धन्यवाद।